I am Melton, son of Carpenter Mary. Daddy Carpenter worked on skyscrapers. Mom Mary Ann. I'm son of Carpenter Mary. I get to make parables. And this is going to be a mean fire and brimstone one right here. I can tell you right from the start, because Tommy's been going hog wild lately and dragging a lot of folks with him to a mean place. Remember, Tommy's the no-arm Chinese fellow who lost his arms in a wood chipper incident. His oh, I didn't even turn on my audio maker. Let me start again with that real quick. Tommy drags Rhea to hell on earth, to Utah on earth. Yeah, I'm son of Carpenter Mary, Daddy Carpenter, Mama Mary Ann. So I'm the son of Carpenter Mary. I get to make parables. And Tommy is the stupid Chinese guy, lots of them, who are blindly obedient. And Wu, Tommy's superior, told him to stick his right arm into a wood chipper. And he did that. He slowly fed that right arm in, and the left arm saw what was going on, and I jumped off. That's a wise thing to do if you're an arm and if you're related to anybody. In Eagle Rock here around Teak Terrace, in my Mean Street Pigs and my funny hell on earth, Utah on earth stuff, I would jump off, because they just signed up for a hell of a lot of whoop ass. And Tommy and Rhea in this parable, I'll make this part quick now, explain why Tommy, a whole lot of real life Tommies, are in a lot of pain today. Tommy took Rhea out to the Cat's Got Your Tongue, I wanted some more. You know, the Chinese, they love those cat delicacies. Spaghetti cat teeth is how she pronounced it. Katie the cat cook. And then, you know, the feline frankfurters, the cat burger, cat ham. Oh, they got 1,000 ways to prepare cat. And Tommy had one of his workers get a cat, a stray cat in an alleyway, and brought it in. With Rhea, they can't go to the grocery store and pick up cat, so they brought it in, and they got their discount, and they had a nice spaghetti cat tea. I'm going to make it with ground beef, but that's why I'm going to do this real quick. I got some stuff to cut up. And yeah, Tommy and Rhea get home, and somebody's waiting for them. It's Shanghai. Tommy knows exactly who Shanghai is. He's got some mean folks there. He said Wu, his superior, Tommy's superior, who gave him a big promotion after he, lost both arms, and that wood chipper being blindly obedient. He got a promotion out of the Chinese streets. Value stupidity and blind obedience. And Wu got in trouble, and Shanghai is providing a well-earned street justice to him, so he's going to take Tommy and Rhea. Don't worry, they got replacement. If the one and only handsome bald guy here has learned one thing over the years, they got plenty of replacements, especially for the Chinese. And they hanged them both by very painful balls of steel that got them in trouble. And they're going to be there a while. Descendants of descendants. If you see those eyes there, you get a close-up of them, it's my changing eyes growing from brown to blue. Yeah, medical research being passed by. And I think that was part of the reference of those on hand. I'll end the funny parable. You'll have to check out another one. It's very good, but I'm going to get this in. Because yesterday I made a long audio and I talked about how the eyes are changing. I went physically into what goes on with the eyes, and I described how I can exercise the eyes, and the eyes will literally come into focus a little better. I can focus on a truck going past, and then see the decal on the truck. You focus on the decal, you focus on the details of the decal, and you do that enough. But well, if you got my eyes, fountain of youth in them, yeah, things start to improve. The vision starts to improve. And I went into a long detailed thing about that, and they used that particular referencing the decal on the truck to taunt. You see, I got a list of from PASC, P-A-S-C, and it is a Bert and their Savile, the Chinese assholes. They hate the hell out of that. P-A-S-C, and they literally had P-A-S-C, or at least masquerading as them, who knows, call me up and said this is for all folks with those attendants that help them out to the laundry. I literally have trouble getting in the laundry room, and hopefully we'll mop the floors eventually and all that. But send a list of 5 workers here in Eagle Rock, and Rob Zifjak, the guy with housing work, called him for me and said no one called back, or one called back, wanted an interview, he didn't show up for the interview, and then called another set of 4, and all he got was a nice lady, at least not acting very bizarre today because of what I call staged events, and I go into detail, or at least funny detail, about what is involved in staging events. And literally, when the woman walked in, she had papers to sign. I'm new to this, I don't know what it's about, and she moved my chair over here. She said, "You don't mind me moving your chair, do you?" From over on that side of the desk, of the table there, dinette table, whatever they call it, to the other side, and yes, she signed the papers, and they went down. We went downstairs, and they mimeographed what they need to mimeograph to send in, and she knows what she's doing. She's been with PASC for a while. Oh yeah, let me finish that. They called on the phone and gave me an address to go to on the internet here, and the Microsoft thing again, hitting up for Bill gave away all his money and he wants to hit folks up for more cash. And he's literally coming through the computer, drawing on the screen, that kind of thing. And a big booming voice in a threatening fashion about your computer and losing your data and all that stuff. And that's what happened. And they're the Chinese assholes, if you know them. That's what Tami is. Getting his just desserts, and lots of them in this particular, because they just don't understand. The Chinese or English writing on the wall, and they're digging in deeper and deeper. And that they hate that PAS, whatever it is, personal assistant something. And when I went out with a lady, it's the first time in a couple months I've been without my baby over there, the wheelchair that rolls. And yeah, the move chair reference, when I got back, I noticed something different about the decal, or I noticed a decal there that wasn't there. I hope I'm through. Let me speed through these. I think I've gone through once. But there's a clumsily put on that doesn't stick decal that says for Bank Medical, and it's got the number and all that. It's put on with a wrinkle, and it wasn't there to be indelicate, or when I'm sitting on the throne. When I'm going to the bathroom, I have to park my wheelchair in the bathroom there, and it literally catches my eye looking at the chair. It's got an extra layer of dust. It had a layer of dust on it. I hadn't been good about cleaning it. Now it's got more. But it's got more, and I rolled up and was working. We did my Utah on Earth. Remember to check and post in 5. Try and turn that page on a dark chapter in American history. I'm working on this and it won't roll. The wheelchair won't roll. And it's a very good wheelchair. I don't even let it get down into the yellow. You know, the battery getting low. I don't let it happen, and I called them up. I said, "This won't roll. It's the light is dancing back and forth. I don't know what that means." They ought to know when they work with wheelchairs for a living. She says the guy will call back, and he doesn't call back. I call back, and it's past 5. Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. What I'm talking about when I say the Chinese asshole's going crazy. And if you know the Chinese streets, I'll cut right to the chase. It's our fiction. You have anything to do with them? Anything visible? Those who run the Chinese streets don't need to be visible at all. So anything visible in LA, in California, in America, you look for them to be hung up as they do their arrogant stuff, their boring stuff, their stupid stuff. You look for them literally to come in like hang high and hang them by those balls of steel that have gotten them in trouble classically. And yeah, that's the less than a week old, I think, wireless. And judging from the fact that it wouldn't type during my Utah on Earth image I designed, check it out at www.ChristComplex2, digit 2, the number 2. Look at that. That catches your eye, and that's never been there. It's been put on. I took it off over on this side, kind of crumpled up. Oh, www.ChristComplex2.wixsite.com/daffodilia, DAFFODILIA. And it kind of looks like it did. And this right here, it had a kind of a thing like that just developed yesterday, a couple of days ago. But it is even different, but having it there to begin with screams Chinese asshole. Incompetent, obvious as hell. Now let me tell you about CVS. Walmart as well, big corporation. Walmart, I can't put my first set of 5/2017 May. Images print as 4x6. Check it out on Daffodilia there, I believe. Oh, I don't know if you can reach Daffodilia, but www.ChristComplexLinks.blogspot.com will take you to where you can find my 4x6 stuff. A lot of my art, you try to print it out and it gets cropped off. 4x6s, in particular with 4x6, it solves that problem. But I called up, I've tried to do online with Walmart, and they said you have to go back next week. We can't, we're doing maintenance. A big company like Walmart with all kinds of computer techs can't make money while they do maintenance. It's bizarre as hell. It's obvious how it's Chinese assholes running wild with their Latter-day Sinners out down there, being Latter-day Sinners all week long, and it's a constant. Because when the Chinese assholes run out of everything else they use, everyone else is jumping off. They've got the pod people to do that, so they're here and they're over in the other side, Teague Terrace. And oh, anyway, I couldn't get Walmart to do it, so I uploaded to CVS. And as they said he'd be there yesterday, I called the guy up and said we don't have photo paper. I said, you promise? You got a sign on the internet that says you can do photos and you're not doing them? Can you? He said, I'll get it for you tomorrow because I gotta go get the paper. And I called up today to ask where are they. The guy said they'd be there. I can go up and get them. It's even with a broken motorized wheelchair, I can roll that far. It'll take a little while, but. Oh, that's CVS right there. And the man ludicrously said, the photo paper is expensive, they won't send it to us. And I asked for a complaint department, and this is what does it, screams Chinese assholes. CBS only has one number to call, the corporate. They literally only have one number. That's bizarre as hell. It screams it's not true. And the man at CBS over here can't transfer me to corporate, or at least those who manage this place here. It's a Tuesday. It's not like everyone's going home. They're open till 10 o'clock, I believe. They're gotta have an 800 number to call when they're over the top obvious like that. I called a month ago and they didn't have they said the printer was down. It will be fixed. You go in there, they got 2, 3, more than that, stations to print out. And the manager over here, Mark Good something, Mark Cooper something. He, oh yeah, this right here was square and didn't have 6 runner placed in that bizarre passing. It is folks being obvious as anything. They replaced the damn chair. It's Chinese assholes run wild. They're in and out of this apartment more than I am. Every time I go to do the laundry or go down the street to get get my pills at CVS there. I made a video about a blue shirt the other day. And I said, this shirt here is bizarre. It's faded. It's this, that, the other. It was supposed to be this one, I think. Yeah, right here. It's supposed to be this one, but yeah, it didn't have that. And this one wasn't here. Now it's back in its place. It's been put back. I went to get my mail to check on my water, which wasn't there. It's bizarre as hell. It is Chinese assholes being hog wild crazy. And I'm talking to the military streets. This is my fun, Tommy. Well, I don't have to. I'm not even going to get into checking post and file. That's always where the fixing ends. Make a video, 424-229-4140. Whatever you get when you don't get me, and post it. That's fact. That's your phone not working, not knowing when, else it won't be allowed to work. Make the video, post the video, come see me in person. And look for whole scale. In Utah, on Earth, or China. Look for that crumbling great Chinese wall. I don't know if they replaced it with a dead battery or what. But it is bizarre as hell. Let me see if I can show you. The light, I've noticed it doing it one time only when I plugged this in while it was on or something. Or no, I just plugged it in, and for some bizarre reason the light, that it dances back and forth this way. It was doing that. And this is what tells you it charged or not charged. I just charged it last night. This is the devil's people being obvious. Yeah, it's not the same chair. Devil's people being obvious as hell. Yeah, bizarre as hell. I make a promise. I don't go anywhere. Those slanty eyes ones you see in and out, especially in and out of America. I don't make a promise. We want to build a better world. We gotta get started, and these people don't exist. They start fixing. So as I said in one of my street justice Saturday nights with Blue Light Dash, as I saw this Chinaman hanging by his balls of steel. had done something wrong and finally caught up with him. It's street justice. It's our fun fiction. My fire and brimstone. I said, you know, as a little kid, Dad, can I swing him? And Dad said, oh, of course. He's from China. We like to make him feel at home here. You know, if you dig China, everybody's upside down. So, yeah, they're upside down. And yeah, when those Latter-day Saints, proud of that name, Mormons, LDS, knock on your door, you make them feel at home too. You turn up that heat. That's where they're headed. As a fraud of a religion. Come see me in person. You know where all the fiction ends when you can't reach them by phone. When you see someone other than me, I'm changing knives in the cemetery we started building. Jesus is a immaculate house here on earth. Be a part of it. In person. Walk through the goss and darn and heck, and if you see them gibbering in some bizarre foreign language, that's Chinese. Walk right through them. Come see me. Let's get started.